You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
Breaking news. 4 days after his arrest, US Secretary drops bombshell, exposes individuals behind Simon Ekpa'S arrest. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got to news this morning. As our headline for this morning says that 4 days after his arrest, US Secretary drops bombshell, exposes individuals behind the Simon Ekpa'S arrest. Well, a former United States Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, Ambassador Tibor Nagy, has stirred controversy following the reaction of the arrest of Simon Ekpa, a self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Ekpa, who is currently detained in Finland, faces allegations of incitement to violence and terrorism financing in Nigeria. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, Nagy questioned Nigerians' handling of separatist movements, saying to Nigeria behind the arrest of Samuel Ekpa because of his Biafran advocacy. In the US, we have movement for Texas, etc. to leave the US. That's freedom of speech. Maybe if Nigeria addresses the NE extremists, NW kidnappers, mid-belt violence, etc., Biafrans would be content. Well, Nagy comments were met with gratitude from a US-based freedom fighter aligned with the Biafran movement. The supporters addressing Biafrans called for solidarity with Nagy, highlighting his long-standing support for African independence movement. The statement read, Ambassador Nagy's statement of support is significant. He is one of the most respected decades-long US State Department officials. Please show your support to Ambassador Nagy and follow him. Well, Ekpa arrest by Finnish police has been celebrated by Nigeria defense authorities, who see it as a major step towards his extradition and a triumph for Nigeria's diplomatic effort. Ekpa and four others were detained on Thursday for alleged terror-related activities, with Finnish authorities now seeking an extradition of their detention. The Nigerian government has accused Ekpa of using social media to incite deadly violence in the southeast region. Over the past year, Ekpa calls for a no-work day every Monday to demand the release of the detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, who have reportedly crippled economic activities in the southeastern region of Nigeria. The arrest comes months after Nigerian authorities declared Ekpa a wanted man and escalated efforts to secure his extradition. Kabiru Amadu, a security and intelligence analysis, noted that Nigeria's strategic bilateral decision with Finland and other international stakeholders were instrumental in securing Ekpa's detention. When such a bilateral conversation is held at that level, then you've done the documentation that in the most case would yield to good result, Amadu said. Ekpa, formerly a leader to the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, rose to prominence after Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in June 2021. However, IPOB have since fragmented politically, and Kanu supporters have distanced themselves from Ekpa's activities following his arrest. IPOB released a statement clarifying their lack of association with Ekpa. Security analyst Ebenezer Oyetakin emphasized the urgency of Ekpa's extradition to Nigeria. When the sovereignty of a nation is being threatened by individuals or a group of individuals, it should be a wake-up call that country's leadership, particularly its security leadership, Oyetakin remarked. And that is all we have for you guys concerning this headline today this morning, which says that breaking news. 4 days after his arrest, US Secretary drops bombshell, exposes individual behind Simon Ekpa's arrest. It is still the matter of Simon Ekpa. We keep hearing every day Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. Well, latest development coming to my desk this morning: a former U.S. State Assistant Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Tibor Nagy, he has stirred up some controversy following his reaction to the arrest of Simon Ekpa, who is a self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Right now, Ekpa is in Finland and is facing allegations of causing violence and terrorism financing in Nigeria. And since Ekpa has been arrested, the Nigerian defense team are really happy. But this man right here, this Tibor, this US man, he said that he said it on his Twitter page. Nagy questioned Nigeria handling separatist movements, saying that so Nigeria behind arrest of Simon Ekpa because of his Biafra advocacy. In the US, we have movements for Texas, etc., to leave the United States. That's freedom of speech. Maybe if Nigeria addressed NE extremists, northwest kidnappers, northeast extremists, northwest kidnappers, and mid-belt violence, etc., Biafra would be content. True. Do you know what this man means? He says that in the US we have there's also a movement for Texas to be an independent country. An independent country. Say that is freedom of speech. But if the Nigerian government could solve the northeast extremists, the insecurity that is happening in the northeast, and the northwest kidnappers and the middle belt violence, Biafra would be content. Though none of this will have stirred up the Biafran movement since back to the days of Njoku, which is true. Which is true. This man said it all, and a lot of people on social media, a lot of Biafran supporters, they are happy concerning this what this man said. That a lot of people, a lot of Biafran supporters are happy concerning what this man said. They were saying that this one is right. The Nigerian government did not care about us. That was what caused the Biafran movement in the first place. They said that was what caused it in the first place, and I know, some people are up to now that they're never going to go back. They said it Biafra was dead, and they're never going to go back. Up to now, this man is blaming all the Nigerian defense team, the Nigerian government, because it's true, their plan has worked. At least Ekpa'S is in jail. Ekpa'S is in jail, but their plan have not yet fully worked because they want Ekpa to come back to Nigeria so they can put him in jail without even going to court proceeding and without even going to court proceeding. Well, Ambassador Nagi's statement of support is significant. He's one of the most respected decades-long US State Department officials. Like, seriously, he's one of the people who see things the way they need to be, like the way things need to be seen, like the way it should be. He sees things from a different perspective, and he brings out the inner truth. Well, the Nigerian government should really listen to this man. They should first solve major problems in Nigeria and make the Southeast a better place, so that the people in the Southeast will be okay and will not think of leaving the entity called Nigeria. Or what do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as we go along with the notification bell, so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.